Cory Trepanier's Into the Arctic video journals. Brought to you in part by Eureka for Life Outdoors and by Merrill. Let's get outside.
You'll make it.
If you fall in, you got lots of padding. Got on the boat and headed out east. Had a nice boat ride on the Arctic Ocean, and sure enough, hit some fog before we got to shore, which made things a little bit interesting. Got in some really shallow, sandy water. You got like a little queenie chair in there. What's that all about? Hey, I thought you were out here to rough it. He does work hard. How's the trip so far, Andy?
It's a roller coaster!
And we're on a hill somewhere in the fog in the Arctic, about 40 kilometers southeast of Pawlatuck. And we made our way up this far, which wasn't where we had planned on setting up base camp. Where we planned on being was probably another few miles east of here, right by the Brock Canyons. And we're going to relocate today, hopefully. But Jonah wasn't able to make it back last night. The fog really settled in, as you can see around us. And from up on top here, it was a pretty amazing sight. You look down in the valleys all the way around you, and it's a sea of white. It was just solid mass fog. So we're pretty concerned for Jonah, because to navigate through that stuff, despite the fact that he knows the land well, it's going to be pretty tough. So we're hoping that he stayed back at the fish camp along the shore where we met them, because the flat tire wasn't far from there, and that there's a good chance that that he's probably just waiting the fog out to come back, and figured that we had what we needed, because we did make sure that we grabbed our food and our cooking stuff and a tent. But in all of this, I didn't take the time to really think close enough that I should have dug into one of my other packs back there where the satellite phone was in case of any kind of emergency, because we're kind of up here by ourselves now, quite far away, because all our bear stuff is also back in my pack, which we left behind, as well as my painting stuff. So hopefully this fog will lift. It's blue up above us right now, but all around is fog on the hill. And we'll see the rest of our gear today so that we can move on and set up base camp over by the Brock Canyon. It's been a heck of a trip so far. It is the second day of ATVing, basically. We did about 4.5 hours yesterday, getting to Camp 1, which was an unintended camp because we didn't make it all the way in here, which is the Brock River Canyon. It has been a spectacular ride. It's been bumpy, quite bumpy at times. But now we have arrived into the Brock River Canyon with the great help of Jonah, who's been hauling us all the way in here. There's no way we could have hiked in here as a family, I believe, before, with all our food and everything. And so I'm really glad they were able to help us come to this incredible part of the country. One of the most spectacular scenes that I've seen yet.